Welcome to my sequel tutorial video. Yesterday I showed you on how to set up full upper and lower denture. So it looks really messy here. I'm gonna show you how to smooth that wax and how to remove it from the model. So we're gonna start immediately. If you just tuning in to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification so then you can be notified every time I load a new video. Here I'm separating it. It helped me out better grip to the model. And on my right I have my torch, and then I have also my liquid wax. That's what I'm using here all around those areas. So you try to kind of like cover your teeth to put that liquid wax all around in the proximals. I mean, between the teeth. I'm not gonna use fancy word I mentioned earlier. I mean, in a previous video, I was kind of not using terminologies. Between the teeth, we call it inner proximals. The inner proximals is between the teeth. So I'm just covering the teeth out with the liquid wax. I have a pot that keeps the wax liquid. Every now and then you have to heat up your instrument so then that liquid wax can help out. So here I'm gonna warm up a little bit of a wax, a sheet of wax, to put it on this area here that is kind of like too low. Just even it up. As you can see here, you can also do have the option of picking up a warming a sheet of wax and put it all around. So everyone can find their own way. This is simple. It's not a science. This is more easy thing, I think. So I'm just putting wax inside the palette area, like smoothing it out. Right there. Well, here is the so then you continue. You're gonna see kind of really thin areas. You just fill it up with the wax. Don't put too much wax on the palette because you don't want to be removing that. Too thick, you might have to remove it to create a comfort to yourself or to the patient. So you might need some piece of tissue. I'm gonna be like running my models around my heat, my torch. I heating up the model. You guys not seeing that, but as you can see here, I kind of smooth the wax up with the heat, as you see. So I'm using a piece of tissue to kind of smoothing things out. Now I'm gonna kind of like trim the edges and looking into remove this wax off the model, just kind of cleaning up the edge and remove the wax off of it. So, and then it would be easy for me to pop it off. So I'm just taking some of that area here, which most people tend to gag. As you can see, remember, if it's the first time you tune into my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit a notification so that way you can be notified every time I load a new video. So I will be able to pop this model off. You can go run it on under the water, so then the wax can get hard, because you cannot remove it while the wax is still kind of soft or hot. Otherwise things gonna distort. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably not gonna need it, because I can feel my model separating already, my wax separating from the model. So this is what you do in order to, because you put a Vaseline or any type of grease on the model in order to separate it from the stone. You need that wax come out. So as you can see, I'm not doing any force. Here we go. So it's off. It's off. So I will go back and charge my phone. So again, this is the first step. So this one, I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit or run it under the water in order for me to start cleaning it all out and smooth it all out. So I wanted to give you a little information on how I get my midlines. So the midlines, I kind of like drew a line from the palatal area. It's called, this line here is called suture line. It's the division of the any person head. So it comes all the way across, and then on the tip of your nose, all the way between your eyebrows. So that's the line I always follow. Some people argue that, oh, it was crooked, the midline is not there. Come on. Probably it's your face. I will consider your face, or you used to look at yourself, and the denture you have before, maybe your nose is slightly doesn't come, but this line here, it is the center of the entire body. So if you put your centrals right there, that's where it's supposed to be, unless there is some type of a deformation in your skeleton, in your face, in your bones, and it changes, right? Maybe throughout the time, years, who knows. So here, I gonna continue. What I did here, I kind of like smooth this same way with this. I smooth it all out by adding wax is in that area here, adding wax in that lingual area. So this area here, it takes a little while. I don't want to make a long video, that's why I kind of made a advance on that. So I just gonna cut the borders here, so it makes it easier to pop out. I'm using a bar Parker. When you to wax a denture, you're gonna need some type of tools, which is something like this. You carver, pointing, and a scooper. You need something to scoop with. You need some instruments. So You can get those. There's a lot of on packet on eBay, carving tools. You get a whole bunch of carving tools on eBay. Then denture carving tools. You once you type that in, a lot of carving tools come in. That's what you gonna need in order to do the entire process. So I'm just kind of like cleaning things out and reducing the wax. The wax is easy to work with. You know, you can just scrape until you get a desired form that you want. Here, I just want to have a pop this up really easy. I'm just carving my way in the denture, and he is coming right there. Right there. It's all off, and all I need to do is start to clean things out. I'm gonna close that. Oh, I'm gonna use my lathe, my suction. This is gonna be slightly loud because and what I'm doing is cleaning my wheel, my brush, cleaning it out. The brush does pretty much everything. Just so yeah, as I was saying, this is the way. You know, some people don't need this, but this is the easy way to smooth down your wax. It's the most easy way, and then doing it this way, you more likely gonna save yourself too much time. You can buy a brush also online if you have a lathe. Right now, I'm gonna do my brushing the teeth. I'm brushing the teeth one by one. As you can see, the teeth are showing. I can just shut this off. Just brushing the teeth, and they just popping out one by one. You have to continuously doing this, otherwise your brush, the wax is gonna cool off and it's gonna become hard. See? All you have to do here is cleaning more this wax with the carver. That's a really simple. Some people have their own way of carving. I have my own way. That's one of the signature in every technician, is the way they carve. You can be able to identify your denture anywhere. It's kind of like handwriting. Your carving is kind of like your handwriting. You can tell that denture was made by you. Same way with the teeth, with a set in the teeth. Everyone have their own way of doing it. I have my own way. I know many ways, but I try to use the most simple and easy way. In this video, I'm showing you exactly the easy way, so you don't have to kind of like struggle with it. I'm gonna heat it up. That's what I'm doing here. You can see my flame. I'm used to doing this. If you haven't done it before, don't do it. You can burn yourself. But I don't use torch. I have a little small Bunsen burner that I work with. Torch is the easy way to have a little small work area. Let's to move a little bit around the house. Because Bunsen burner, they need like gas line, and then it's a complete different setup. And a torch is propane and already had the capability of gas. You can get fancy if you want and start like putting some anatomy into the wax, and then that's kind of getting a little fancy. So as you can tell, this is not completely straight up, so it kind of has some up and downs on it, but it's not bad. It's okay. Same way with the top. Still have to use the big brush with the top. We're gonna start with the teeth one by one to show you. I'm just brushing the teeth one by one. You have to continuously doing it because, by the way, those brushes are expensive, really expensive. So don't waste your money on them because they are really expensive. They come in 100 in a little box, 100 in them, and once you use them, they're not good anymore. They're disposable and they pricey. So if you try to save money making your denture, don't buy those tiny brushes because it is expensive. And some people don't need them. I mean, I don't need them, but it saves time when you using them, you know. So some technicians hate them. I don't hate them. I like them. So as you can see, makes my work easy. I only have to expose more of these interiors. And this is gonna be almost done. And you can tell how fast it is. The more time you put into your waxing, the better it looks, the nicer it looks. You can become a picky and spend more time to it and carve it better. Makes it look, because if you make it look nice in wax, you acrylic denture, you're not gonna spend too much time finishing. See, as you can see, this is taking shape. It's all wax. You smooth it out with the torch or with anything. You can use pantyhose. You can use, I use tissue to carve. I mean, to clean up my, to smooth out my denture. Here there is a slightly area that I can work on, but overall overall, it's not looking bad. I mean, I like it. It's looking good. Um, for the wax trying, this is gonna be good. For the wax trying, yeah. I can still work on it. This is go back and forth because can put it back in the model. And this tooth over here, I can still heat it up. Put it back in the model. Sorry, guys, a little quiet, but um, put it back in the model to fix that area that needed fixed. Like I said, when you're doing a wax trying, um, you have to spend quite a bit of time, until hit the perfection. And that's why it's called wax trying. It's a trial error. So don't ever freak out if things are not looking in the way that you think and should, because it's just a wax. Trying, which it can be fixed. You can still correct any issue with your wax trying. You can take all the teeth out, redo them again, and you don't have to worry about the denture is already be processed. What you gonna do next? So simple. Again, if you just tune into this channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit a notification. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do next with this wax trying, because this process continue. The process continue. You're gonna come up and, considering this is all wax, sometimes the temperature of the wax changes everything. So you just have to put it back on the model to see if everything is in the way that you created it. As you can see, this is moved a little bit, but not much. Kind of a still kind of a warm, that's why the teeth are not quite settled. But I like what I see. It's not uniform, but this is the type of a smile that you want to see, so that way the denture doesn't look unrealistic. So don't do that at home. If you have never touched a church before, that can burn you or burn a house. So don't do it. I experienced with it, so I know what to do with. So yeah, you can still kind of like play with it. This is kind of a plain, but I don't need to put an anatomy on it. But you can put an anatomy in yours. For me, this can go to a triangle. Yep, this can go to a triangle. So you just take it out of the model, out of the models, and then get them ready. You can try this at home, and you will be proud of yourself that you make yourself a denture. And you try it, and you can change the teeth, you can change everything in this process. So that way, you know what it takes to make a denture. So this is a flat plane occlusion, flat plane teeth. The reason why I'm using this is for people that they don't know where to buy. But this is just demonstration. This is not a real case that I'm using here for you. So remember this. So this is a wax trian. Wax trian. If you again just tune into this channel, just don't forget to subscribe and hit a notification. Um, I will see you again in the next video and show you exactly what to do next with the wax trian.